Hey everybody, this is Freaks here once again. I know it's been a couple months since the last time I've given you guys anything to watch or listen to or any kind of cast here from the Hive Mind. We are back with our summer tournament, and this is the start of week 1, and I'm going to bring you the first game between Headshot and ElusiveShark. Headshot is the red Terran up here in the top right corner of MLG Antigua Shipyard, and ElusiveShark is the blue Protoss down here in the bottom left. Yeah, like I was saying, I haven't brought anything to you guys in a couple months, but that's because our last tournament ended, and we haven't had a lot going on since then. You know, school's out, no one's in Bozeman. Well, a couple people are, but nobody's there. We don't have any organized events, but I decided to keep people in touch. We do a summer tournament, and this time things are a little bit different. We've got 2 separate brackets. Yeah, last time we had the BSGP as well as the Diamond Masters, which didn't really work out that well, as a couple people decided not to show up to the tournament. Well, the end final games of the tournament at the LAN in April. So that was kind of a bust. But congratulations to Blood Cooker, who won the BSGP. He is now Diamond, so he can't play in our tournament. Sorry, Will. But yeah, this time we've got a bronze and silver bracket, so that these guys have a bit more of a chance, you know, to get to the top. And then we have a separate gold and platinum. In this bronze silver, we have 12 players. ElusiveShark and Headshot are a couple of those players, and we have 8 people in our gold platinum. So it's still pretty decent. It's got a little SCV just standing around there picking his booty pipe. Not doing a whole lot there, are you, buddy? Anyway, guys, looks like Headshot here. He's a silver player, so I don't expect his times to be, you know, completely on the spot. But it looks like he's skipping gas. Oh, there he goes. Okay, usually your gas is going to be down by 13 this turn, but there he goes. Just a little bit slow, but I still got that SCV just sitting there doing nothing. And I think ElusiveShark down here, I think he's a bronze player. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not familiar with the player. He's new to this tournament. He wasn't in our last one, as you guys know. Headshot was in the last one if you've seen our previous casts. But ElusiveShark is a new player, and he's going to be joining us, hopefully for the next few tournaments if we have any. And you guys have seen Headshot play previously. He likes to stick on one base for quite a while. Likes to do drop shenanigans, and a lot of times they work out in his favor if he isn't scouted. You know, you get the jump on your opponent, take out their mineral line. Bad stuff can happen there. It's gonna go ahead and drop that tech lab right there as per normal on the barracks. You know, that's usually what a lot of people excuse me, a lot of people get, a lot of guys get. Their first add-on to their barracks is going to be the tech lab for those important upgrades like stim pack, shields, and concussive shells. Got the 2 barracks into the factory, and no kind of fast expansion going to be going down for the Terran player Headshot. And down here in the bottom left, we also see no fast expansions here from ElusiveShark. He's going to be going for the double gateway robo, 2-gate robo. A lot of times, to fend off from early pressure, you can see sentries be used from Protoss players, you know, just to wall off this ramp here. Stalker's going to be coming out of there. A lot of people like to get sentries first just for that reason, to protect from early pressure, but it doesn't look like ElusiveShark is going to be doing that, and that's not a criticism towards his play. In Bronze League, you don't see a lot of people that are used to, well, I mean, a lot of people do a lot of early pressure in Bronze League, cheese and stuff like that. It's not very refined, of course, but you aren't going to be used to those rushes, because, you know, timings in Bronze League aren't spot on. Usually those pushes are going to come later. See, 3-gate robo now. 2-gate robo into another gate. Warp 10 is just about finished for him, and that's going to let him pump out those units a lot quicker. And yep, looks like he built that factory on, or excuse me, a reactor on that factory, dropped a starport and switched that right on for some quick medevacs. And you know what, guys? I think that is Headshot's staple move, getting those quick medevacs so he can go for those drops like he always has. And it's surprising that a lot of people still are susceptible to this, especially seeing Headshot's last replays. He likes to do this a lot, and it probably is going to work out in his favor if this ElusiveShark down here isn't going to be able to scout that, because he doesn't have a probe roaming around, he doesn't have an observer out to see that he's got these medevacs out. Honestly, when I go against Protoss as a Terran player, I like to do the 1-racks fast expand, so my medevacs won't come out until a little bit later. But then again, I don't do a whole lot of drop shenanigans. And as per usual for Headshot, he loads up those 2 medevacs. Drop the Marine. I'm getting the Marauder in there, alright. He's like, yeah, screw the Marine, I want a Marauder. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to head out with these medevacs, and are they set on a course yet? Yes, they are. All the way around the map and back to drop at the mineral line. And if ElusiveShark does not see this coming, it can be pretty scary. He's got several stalkers here that could be able to shoot down those medevacs before they get the drop on him. Oh, Ken, hope you're not casting. It's been too long and I've forgotten to put myself on Do Not Disturb, but lesson learned, Ken. Thanks a lot. Surprised it's not David getting the drop on me at that point. Man, if you guys seen any of my previous casts, you'll know that Dave definitely likes to drop in and do those cameos appearances with interruptions. But anyway, just like Jaws, you see these medevacs are incoming on ElusiveShark, and he has no way of knowing those are coming. He doesn't have any scouts out on the field, no observers, no probes, no buildings to provide sight, and these medevacs are just going to drop right all over the mineral line. And he is not ready for this. He's even moving his army out, completely unexpecting this. And yep, these Marines and Marauders are going to do work against these probes, and he hasn't even pulled his army back. This is just devastating for his mineral line. 10 minutes in the game, staple drop from Headshot, and those probes have been devastated. You see the stalkers trying to provide some defense. He's going to be pulling back, not pulling back the rest of this. Oh, there he goes, finally pulling those back. All those stalkers are being cleaned up by these Marines and Marauders. The Immortals are going to be able to do work against these Marauders, of course, with that plus 50 damage to armored. And Headshot just picks up those Marauders and Marines and is going to get out of there before he gets mopped up. But it was worth it. If you look at the units lost, over 2,000 minerals lost for ElusiveShark there, and only 575 for Headshot. That definitely was a good engagement, killing lots of probes. Let's check out the workers killed. Where do you find that? I am really stupid. Let's see. Workers lost. Oh, that's one of these. Yeah, okay. Units can control that. There we go. Okay, 26 workers killed. That's a lot. That's just devastating for ElusiveShark. That's definitely going to give him a huge lead. You see, he's finally getting this expansion down at the 12-minute mark. But I think what's funny about what Headshot likes to do is he likes to load up the command center with these SCVs when he could really just waltz them right out the supply depot. I don't really understand a whole lot of that logic, unless he's going to be, going on some great adventure across the map with his command center. I don't really know why he opts to load it up with those SCVs. A lot of people decide to change it into an orbital command before they float it over there, but that wouldn't let you pick up the SCVs, but it does get you that little bit of extra energy to drop an extra mule, drop an extra scan, should it be needed. Check out the upgrades. He's got infantry armor on the way. Weapons is already done. And ElusiveShark doesn't have any of his upgrades at the moment. He's just trying to get those probes built and out. He's got his robotics bay down. Don't know if you guys noticed that earlier, but I don't know if he's going to be able to use it very, effectively at this point, because he's so far behind, still on one base. He needs to get that second base up and operational to be able to get back into this game, and hope that Headshot just, kind of lays back for a little bit and tries to get his own macro up and going. You see this oversaturation going over here. Still hasn't done anything with this expansion. Honestly, he could take this expansion and get another one, and he would still be behind behind the norm, but he doesn't really have to worry about that at this point because his opponent hasn't expanded at all either. So he's kind of just hanging out here trying to get his probe count back up, try to get back in this game. But right now I'd say this game is definitely in Headshot's hands after that first drop there. We'll see what he decides to do though. I think right now he's just confident that that push that he did earlier, that drop, did enough damage that he doesn't even have to worry about expanding a whole lot. Just build his army right back up and go in and crush his enemy, because there's no way his enemy is going to have as big of an army as he has because of the macro damage that he did to him. Even if he could expand, his probe count was just devastated, and he's going to be spending money on trying to get that probe count back up as opposed to building up his army. You're a dick, Kenneth. Jeez. It's kind of funny, so I'm not going to put myself on D&D at this point. But anyway, thanks a lot, Ken. Thanks a lot for the penis. We all love penis. Eat that for sure. And look at this. It's just like an SCV farm over there. This oversaturation is ridiculous. And he's finally just pulling those SCVs right off there to go to his natural. Turning that into a planetary, not even going for the orbital command. I wonder, is that BM because he knows he doesn't need that orbital command to get a macro advantage? Or is this just, you know, just playing it safe even though he really doesn't have to? We'll check out the army over here for ElusiveShark. He's got 2 Immortals, 1 Stalker, and a handful of Zealots. Compare that to the massive amounts of Marines and Marauders and a single tank here for Headshot, not to mention his upgrades. It's not going to be able to stand a chance should he decide to move out right now. I'm surprised he doesn't have a rally point really either. He just kind of got a party going on here. I'd like to see him slash dance, but of course you can't hear me because this is a replay. And they're all just kind of dicking around here in the main base. Stockpiling that energy here in the orbital command too, I see. Yeah, he doesn't think he needs any mules, I guess. Still rocking the 1 engineering bay, providing upgrades. 1 over here not doing any work. Dropping the extra supply down too. So we decided to use that energy for the extra supply and not for the mule. Well, I can't say it's a bad decision because, I mean, look at the income. He's still a good ways ahead of his enemy, despite his natural being the only thing that's up and running compared to his main here that's pretty well mined out. But we can see here he is deciding to move out. He just wants to make this death push, and that is a pretty scary army right there, especially when all you've got is a couple photon cannons, an Immortal, or 2, a couple Stalkers. Oh, looks like he did get that Colossus out. It's probably not going to be able to help him out a whole lot. I mean, just look at this. Unless he makes some really stupid decisions, I don't see how this army could fail against this one here. Colossi in numbers are pretty scary, but just by themselves. Oh, he decides to not go through the front door, just to go for the drop. He's got some Stalkers up there and a single photon cannon trying to do some work. This is just going to be devastating up here. And you see down here, he's just going to go through the front door with this army here. Tank not siege, it's going to drop pretty quickly. This Colossi is trying to do some work, kills several Marines, but in the end, just dies. That Stalker mob right there gets mopped up, and there's a GG from ElusiveShark, and I can't say we didn't see it coming, but good try. There's a GG from Headshot as well, just being a good combatant, and yeah, well, that puts Headshot at a 1-0 lead over ElusiveShark. And thanks for watching, guys. Let's go on to game 2.